From a new moon to new beginnings, it's a new day. Or actually, when I'm posting this, it's not quite a new day yet. We're in between. I feel like it's important sometimes to just take some time and be in the space in between and allow ourselves to be present and for messages to come through. Time to relax. There's been a lot of introspection, reflection, tuning in and going through an internal assessment over a period of time. I'm not going to say a year because it's really tuning in to whatever period of time happens to be coming up in that particular reflection phase. I feel like these reflection phases happen naturally. Sometimes we want to fight it. Sometimes we expect ourselves to be accomplishing what's on the to-do list or completing things according to some artificial timeline that we've given ourselves. Yet we're procrastinating, we're not having a desire to do said thing, and we're finding ourselves just wanting to take some space, make some space, create space, take time. It's taking longer to reply to things. It's taking longer to say yes. Those are signs that we're entering into a reflection time, a time for introspection. New moons are a good time for introspection or introflection. I don't think that's a word, but either way, you get my point. So it just naturally comes up sometimes. Sometimes we're doing it intentionally. We're saying, oh, it's a new moon. It's time to do some introspection. I'm going to give myself that time. I haven't been allowing myself to reflect inwardly for a period of time. Other times, it just comes up naturally. And for me, even though I have made videos, I just haven't been called to put anything out. I felt like taking some space for a while. And I feel like I'm still in that phase, and I don't necessarily have a important message that I'm putting forward other than I am showing up. And I think that is my important message, is that sometimes we don't know what the next thing looks like. We don't know yet what we need to say or communicate, or it's just not there. And we can wait and spend a lot of time waiting in that space for something to come through. However, sometimes there is a surefooted step of faith that is helpful to take, and that is when there is space that we've been in. We're not quite sure what the next step is. We don't see it yet. We keep waiting. We can wait longer and allow things to come through. And sometimes things do show up. However, sometimes there is some subtle inclination of a movement that needs to be taken, that we're called to take. It might not be clear. It might be clear. However, in doing so, it becomes apparent that what was before us was space, and what we were being asked to do was take a step, even though we didn't really know the outcome of that particular step. Maybe it was risky. Either way, we took the step and we learned something from it. Regardless of the outcome, there is no right or wrong way. There is only the way. And sometimes we are allowing ourselves to find, discover, know the way in an unattached kind of way, not in a way that is because we've always done it a certain way, we're going to stick to that and continue to do it. There is a tuning in, creating space, and allowing ourselves to see how we're being called to be, how we're being called to show up, or maybe we're being called to not show up. It's not about good, bad, right, or wrong. It's about tuning in and being honest and true with the self. The path can't be defined based on what you think you know about it, about assuming that because you have always walked a certain way, that is the way right now. It requires more of a presence in this moment to tune in and to really listen and observe, to see what is present for you.